Hey everybody, it's Miles. Welcome back. Today I am with yet another installment of our former student athlete to law student pipeline series. Today I am with D1 swimmer Kelly Rodriguez. Kelly, thank you for joining me.
Of course, no problem. Happy to be here.
So let's start with the usual, where you're from, where you went to school, and what sports you played.
Sure. So I'm from originally Madison, Wisconsin. I went to the University of Kentucky for undergrad, and I was a swimmer.
Okay, go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.
Tell us what that was like. Tell us what swimming was like, performing at such a high level. You went to 2 SEC schools now, so that's awesome.
Yeah, so being a Division I swimmer was something that I wanted to do since I was in 7th and 8th grade, all the way through high school. So it was really a dream come true, but definitely a lot of hard work and some challenges that I don't think I was expecting, but that in the long run have been very applicable to life as a law student, which I think has really helped with my success here at Vanderbilt.
What kind of challenges were those? Give us a little bit of color into how hard it was to compete at that level.
Sure. So I think the biggest thing for me was just learning time management skills. Starting as a freshman, you go into this environment where you're having to train 20 plus hours a week, manage a full load of classes while also just being 18 years old. And I think learning how to manage my time is something that's been very transferable to being in law school. And also just the competitive environment of being a student athlete. Swimming especially is a time-based sport, so your success kind of depends on how other people do, which is similar to how law school is when you're graded on a curve. And so I think just trying to go into law school with the mindset of, okay, I've been here before, I know how to manage my time, I know how to exist in a competitive atmosphere has been helpful for my success here.
So you definitely led me right to where I wanted to go next. What inspired you to repeat these challenges and come to law school?
Sure. So I was a marketing major in undergrad, and I thought I wanted to do sports marketing actually, and I decided to go to law school after an internship that I did with Nike in 2021. My boss there was one of their in-house lawyers, and she got me connected with a lot of their other in-house counsel within their department, and I got to meet a lot of people and hear about what it would be like to have a career that is sports related but also in the legal field. And so I kind of just thought about it a lot my senior year and decided to take the LSAT, and here we are.
So why Vanderbilt?
Sure. So Vanderbilt for me has a lot of great things, and I think my experiences here have lived up to what I thought it was going to be like. For example, I wanted a smaller class size atmosphere. I went to a pretty small high school, obviously a large undergraduate school, but for law school I wanted to be able to have close relationships with my peers and my professors, and so that was a big driving factor. I also loved that it was in Nashville, obviously a great entertainment city, and just the ability to be in a bit of a bigger city at a great school that sends students all over the country was something that I was looking for, especially since I wasn't sure where I wanted to end up long term. I feel like Vanderbilt gives me the opportunity to go where I want to go at the end of my 3 years.
So you mentioned time management translates from the pool to the lecture hall.
Mm-hmm.
What other skills, things you've learned kind of map on to law school? Like what similarities do you notice between your athlete life and your law life?
Sure. So besides just time management skills and the competitive environment, I think the mental toll that being a student athlete can take on you in terms of, making sure that you're at being able to maintain your mental performance for competing is similar to how it is in law school with exams. Obviously, sometimes when you're graded against your peers, one of the challenges is making sure that you are mentally ready for exams as much as you are ready academically. And so I think knowing that I have the ability to go into exam settings prepared mentally is something that's been beneficial for me.
Do you miss the pool?
I do miss the pool. I definitely have enjoyed life though, being done with swimming. I don't miss the getting into a pool at 5:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning every day. But I do miss the team atmosphere and being around my teammates and my friends and all working towards a common goal is something that I really enjoyed. But there's so much to life outside of being a swimmer, and I think it's been really fun to explore all the things that I can do now with my extra free time. Not so much in law school, of course, but there is so much more to life than just being an athlete.
I was gonna say, I've never played sports at a D1 level, so I don't know what it's like for 5:30 training. I know what it's like for 7 a.m. review session in common law. Not fun. Can't compare the two myself, but law school definitely has its own challenges. What advice would you have for other former D1 student athletes considering law school?
Sure. So I would say two things. The first is that there are a lot of skills that are transferable from being a student athlete to being a good law student. And so if going into the legal profession is something you're really interested in, then I think that you already have a lot of really valuable skills that can make you successful. And second, I think if you have the option to, I know not everyone does, but for me, it was really valuable to take a gap year after graduating and completing my 4 years as a student athlete. It really helped me reset my mindset and also make sure that going to law school was what I really wanted to do. I was able to figure out what my life was going to be like without swimming and without being a student before diving back into the rigorous academics that law school is. So,
final question. UK comes to Vanderbilt. What shirt are you wearing? What colors are you repping?
blue.
Big blue. Okay, I can't be mad at that. Kelly, thank you so much for coming and joining us. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Go Cats.
Anchor down.